Denman here talking Fargo Invaders football along with new coach TJ Ash. TJ, thanks for joining us. TJ, where have you coached before prior to coming to the Invaders?
This last year I coached at West Fargo, Cheyenne.
Okay.
I helped coach there. And then I've also coached in the cities at Mount West Tonka. And then I coached my son's first grade flag football as well.
They did well, I would assume.
Well, yeah.
What brings you to the Fargo Invaders? What made you want to be a part of this organization?
Well, a few things. One was I used to play when there was another team in town. I played against them, so I played against some of the board members.
Oh, okay.
So I played against a lot of those guys before, and one in particular, Rosh, has been trying to get me to play for years, and got me thinking about it. But then coaching was definitely something that I've wanted to do.
Absolutely.
And then to be a part of something, I know I'm one of those guys that always watches what's going on around me. So I know a lot about the Invaders, where they've been, where they're going, the league that we just got into,
Sure.
the creme de la creme,
Absolutely.
St. Paul.
Exactly.
So I know a lot about a lot of that.
So when you look as an outsider coming into the Fargo Invaders, what are your impressions of this organization coming in as a new coach this year?
The first thing that I thought of when you asked me was class. And I think that's something that Coach Lundgren, Coach Bakken, that they really bring and they hammer home is class. And that's something that a lot of teams don't have, and that's what makes this one stick out is the class. Obviously, they've been good and win championships, which is huge. But you need to win championships with class in order to stick around.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now that you know about the team that you're joining, and obviously you've heard about the Northern Elite Football League, what can you tell us about this new league that the Fargo Invaders are joining? What is it about the NEFL that makes that league so good?
First things first is St. Paul. They're one of the best teams in the country. Every year in, year out, they're one of the best teams. But the league itself is a good league. I mean, for St. Paul to get to go play for some national titles says a lot about the league itself, not
Absolutely.
just the team. So, it's going to put us on the forefront, put us on the map to get out there and get noticed and get recognized for having class, but for being good.
Absolutely. And I know that as the Fargo Invaders notoriety rises with all the championship they're winning, you're bringing in more and more people that want to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
And so speaking today of the first combine of 2 combines, the next one will be next month, what are your first thoughts of some of these guys that showed up today?
They're hungry. That's what we need. We need guys that are ready to play, ready to be hungry. All of them, you can tell with their attitudes are, it's the first day, but when you win championships and you show up and see how things are, guys are bought in immediately.
Yep.
You have to drink the Kool-Aid, and they already are, which is huge.
Well, exactly. You show up, you show them that ring, and then they're like, I want to be a part of that.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
I agree with that.
Outside of coaching, obviously we were talking prior to going that you've got 3 kids. Outside of being a dad at home, what do you do for fun besides football? Well, at least coaching football, let's put it that way.
The boys take up a lot of my time. They play hockey as well as sports. I coach their football too. But other than that, watching sports, watching MMA, big MMA fan, as well as playing softball in the summer. So,
Excellent.
I mean, anything that has to do with sports and hanging out with the family, ice fishing.
Excellent. Well, TJ, I want to thank you for your time talking with us, and thanks for telling the fans at home a little bit about yourself. And we'll be back with more Fargo Invaders football.